Hey guys, I hope you can hear me okay. I told everybody I'd do a stream or do like a toy video or something, so I thought I would. So I don't expect there to be a lot of people, which is fine. I saw Adam had done videos where he went through his magazines, and I had always thought about that. I thought, oh, that'd be fun, but who would want to watch it? But then I kind of liked watching it. So I got this box and it's full of stuff, probably mostly stuff I want to keep because most of the stuff I don't want to keep is upstairs or I haven't gone through. But I just thought it would be kind of fun to do this because I used to like to do toy videos. If you saw any of my other toy videos where I kind of have nice music and I go around and I do it by theme, like He-Man or whatever, but I don't have room to do it. And it takes a lot of time to do that. And my friend Oscar has like a really good editing program. So usually he would come over and kind of do that. I would videotape it all and he'd kind of throw it together for me and then I'd put the music on. But that got to be kind of time consuming. He works two jobs and I work a lot, so it takes time to do it. So I just thought, well, this will be kind of fun. I'll do the Atom route and just kind of like pick a box and go through stuff. But I found this earlier and I just thought it was funny because this is how I feel about my neighbors. Everybody likes Grumpy Cat. And sad, Grumpy Cat died. I think it was 2 years ago now, 2019. We lost Grumpy Cat, Little Bub, and Boo. Boo was the cute little dog, the Pomeranian. But so here's some toys because I have way too much crap, so I need to get rid of stuff. But this is the first thing I found in the box was a car. I normally don't collect cars unless it's something really cool. Like I love the Monster cereals. I'd rather have Blueberry, but that's probably why he's more popular than Count Chocula as far as the toy goes. But this is a Sally. I painted her and I don't know what I'm going to do with her. She has a back on her I put on there so I can hang her up. And let's see what else. And then another car. I guess I don't really have any cars, but I have Batman. I think I paid like 94 cents for these at Walmart. That's why they're here. Because I have some Tom and Jerry and Ninja Turtle ones too. And I might sell those. I don't know. Sorry, I haven't been up too long. I just bought some stickers on Etsy. And let's see what else. Oh, these are mostly trolls in this box right here. I don't know how you guys feel about trolls. I was probably maybe too old to get into trolls. In the late 80s, I remember going to a store called Family Dollar and they had a troll and I kind of fell in love with them. And then they got huge. Like all through the 90s, there was just tons of trolls. So these are some of the trolls I have. I have a mermaid. And I have more of these upstairs. Oh, this little guy's really cute. I remember I went to a flea market in the town I think the town my dad lives in, and they had like a bag of them for like $5 or $10. So I ended up with a whole bunch of trolls. And then this one's like I think this is Little Bo Peep. But yeah, troll. I don't know. You don't see many trolls anymore, and they usually make fun of trolls when you do see them. Like on King of the Hill, Bobby had always had trolls, and Hank would kind of like shrug his shoulders and shake his head. He's kind of like my dad. And then this was part of that bag. He's kind of like crazy. I guess he's supposed to be like a dinosaur or something. I don't know. See, this is where a video would be good to like display them all, but I've had this one since I was a kid. This witch. I used to get a lot of them for Christmas because I really liked them. I don't know why. I always like gnomes too. And I do have a gnome somewhere. And this is like a fancy one. I think he's getting married. And let's see. I think most of this box is trolls, so if you guys don't like trolls, sorry. I think this is like a what are they called? A Norfin troll? Some of the older trolls go for quite a bit of money if you can get one from the 60s on eBay. Because I had one and I sold it for like close to $100. I'll shake things up again, see what else is in here. There's something in here. Oh, it's Snuggle. I don't know, younger people might not remember these. But the Snuggle Bear, and I found these on eBay, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, and I was just like, oh my god, the Snuggle Bear. So I didn't know that they had little ceramics of them. That's something I would like to keep, and if I ever had more room, display them on the shelves or something. Yeah, somebody said now we just have virtual trolls everywhere you do, but they're not like the lovable trolls that spread happiness. And I guess in video games like World of Warcraft, you have the ugly trolls that I don't know, they're not like real trolls. Let's see what else is in here. Lots of trolls. Oh, I have a deck of cards in here. This is kind of cool, but like Paul likes to play cards, but he doesn't like these kind of cards because you can't see them that well. Because like they're not, the writing, the numbers and the symbols are kind of hard to see. But I don't know, I think they're cool. We were talking about Nightmare on Elm Street last night a little bit, just about how eventually on these movies you start rooting for the bad guys. But Freddy was always my favorite because I remember when Freddy versus Jason came out, and I have a friend, and I talk about him. I should get a code name for him too. He has a very common name, but anybody that watches me that I'm friends with would know who I'm talking about. But he loves horror movies. He collects all the action figures. I always know what to get him for Christmas. I just go find him one of those NECA figures, like they have the It Clown or whatever. I don't even know anymore what he's got and what he doesn't. He's kind of like me. He collects toys, but he loves horror movies. And when Freddy versus Jason came out, he was talking about how a lot of people wanted Jason to win because they felt sorry for him because he was retarded or whatever. And I was like, yeah, Freddy. And he's like, yeah, Freddy. But I never really thought people like Jason more than Freddy, but I guess some people do. Because Freddy had all the good smart ass comments. Oh, and here's a little Lucky Cat. I had tons of Lucky Cats. And I used to go to Disney World and I would get Lucky Cats because different colors meant different things. And I got one of the big ones on a shelf somewhere, like the ones you see at Chinese restaurants that's like armed as this. And that place that I bought it, I don't think is there anymore. Our mall is pretty much an empty shell of what it was. It's kind of depressing even going there. Oh, and I got this guy. I didn't even take him out of the package. I want to wait till I moved. It's a babe, and he's a little bank. I think it was a fast food toy, but I probably got him online. And let's see. What else? Oh, more Snuggle Bears. Oh, these are so cute. Oh my goodness, he's washing his clothes. I always thought the Snuggle Bear was so cute. And I didn't even realize Jim Henson's workshop did the Snuggle Bear. I think, yeah, Jim Henson was still alive then, but I don't think he had a hand in it. But I thought that was kind of neat. They did a lot of stuff. They did the Ninja Turtles as well. At least the first Ninja Turtles. More stuff wrapped up. Let's see what this is. I have so much stuff, I forget what I have. Oh, this is a shot glass from GemCon. I don't even drink, but I went to GemCon. I guess it's been 10 years now. It was 2011, and they had it in St. Louis, and I went. And you paid, what, like $50 or $60 for the whole weekend, and they gave you, like, a really nice grab bag. And this guy took me, and he didn't even like Gem, and they let him in for free, so let's see. Yeah, in the original Freddy film, he was supposed to be child murderer, and then they changed it. I think they had to kind of talk. They couldn't say that he was a molester, or not as much like now. Yeah, then they remade it in 2010, and it was trash. The remake. I even watched it just to see how bad it is, because Mosca used to say you can't hate something unless you kind of know something about it, which is somewhat true. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this, and it was absolute shit. And it was all CGI. And if there's a really good documentary about the making of all the Elm Street movies, and they talk about all the hell they had to go through when they made that movie, like the part with the bed scene with all the blood. Like a lot of that was really hard. And God, and I lost my train of thought. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to like wake up. But those movies, they used a lot of good special effects, and nowadays they don't. They just use CGI for everything, and it just looks fake. The blood looks fake. It's kind of like when they made the new RoboCop. I didn't see it, but my friend saw it, and he said it was shit. And I knew they don't use blood squibs or anything anymore, so what's the point? And I like this troll. He's funny because he's a punk rocker. And yeah, this box mostly is trolls, and there's a lot of shit in this box though. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, this is cute. My friend gave me this for my birthday one year. It's like a crazy cat. People always talk about the stuff behind me, and they always kind of make fun of my stuff, but a lot of the stuff is stuff that other people bought for me, like the cat picture somebody bought for me. My friend made that. Friend gave me that. I made those. Friend gave me the She-Ra. So a lot of the stuff were gifts. I never watched the show V. That's funny that you say that, because there was a Mad TV episode with Robert Englund and Kiss. It was a Halloween episode, and Robert Englund played himself, and somebody was going around killing everybody, and it turned out to be Michael Jackson. But everybody kept going, oh, you're Robert Englund, the guy from V. And he's like, I was in 7 Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and everybody just remembers me as the guy from V. But I never actually saw V. My friend said it was pretty good. My friend Oscar likes all those kinds of shows. Yeah, I am 42, but I was always kind of into toys. And it wasn't until I was, I don't know, like when we moved to Arkansas, I didn't get to go shopping as much because we live like way out in the country and my dad doesn't like to drive. So it was kind of like I never got to go shopping unless somebody else took me, which usually was either family members or my friends. I had friends, and once in a blue moon, we would get to go to the mall. And so I kind of missed out on a lot of stuff. And I would see toys later when I'm go on eBay, and I'm like, oh, those were cool. Like there was a some kind of sea stuffed animal, and there's a cartoon of it. I can't remember what it's called, and it's on YouTube. The episodes of it. God's bugging me. Loch Ness, I think, is what it's called. And I was like, that's a cute toy, but I didn't know about it. And then the pound puppies. The pound puppies always come back. It seems like every 10 years you get a new round of pound puppies, but in the 90s you had pound ocean, they had pound dinosaurs, like all kinds of stuff, and I was like, man, I would have been so excited. But when I was a teenager I wasn't as much into toys, but there were a few things. I always loved Snoopy and I always loved Care Bears, so if there was ever a Care Bear or a Snoopy, even when I kind of got out of collecting toys. Barbie was another one. Once in a while I get a Barbie if it was something special. My aunt or my dad got me a Wizard of Oz Dorothy Barbie in like 1994. I think it was 15, and I got it for Christmas. And then my aunt got me a Gone with the Wind Barbie. So I always liked those, but I didn't get to keep up. And then when I was an adult in like the early 2000s and I had a job and some money, then all of a sudden they were reissuing He-Man and all these things, or at least T-shirts. Well, they did actually. Now that I think about it, there was a line like in 2000, and it wasn't. They didn't last for long. Excuse me. And they were. I don't have any down here. I've got some upstairs. But me and my friend Oscar, we've been friends for 20 years now. We went around to all the Walmarts because that was the only place you could buy them. And he got the Panther and the Skeletor and then the He-Man and the Battle Cat. And he sold them to me, which was a good thing because his house burned down last year, because those would have burned up in the house. But he sold them to me for like $25. Those are worth like a couple hundred. Sorry, I'm all choked up. So those came out and we went and we did this one. The Walmart issued the new ones that are out. I've got a bunch of those up on the wall over here. And we would go to every Walmart in the area because this is Arkansas and there's like a Walmart around every corner. So we would go and try to hunt all these toys down. But I was so happy, like, oh yeah, He-Man. And then they started putting other stuff out, like Hot Topic. Back then, Hot Topic had a lot more 80s stuff, like Strawberry Shortcake and all these posters. Like I have a Strawberry Shortcake blacklight poster, and I think I got it at Spencer's back in the early 2000s. The Smurfs came back, and they look good. It was before the shitty movies came out, so I was all excited about those. And so I had a little money in the Popples. Like all that stuff kind of came back, I guess, because people my age were starting to have kids, and so they want to give their kids this stuff. And so it was nice for me. And that's funny. I do have a hang in there, a little tiny kitty that somebody gave me. Not a big poster, a little poster, but so yeah. But in the 90s, I missed a lot of whatever had come out that was cute for girls, but things I was probably too old for anyway. But like I said, once in a while, I remember I was like I don't know, I was like 18, and me and Moscow went to Walmart, and they had a Snoopy, and I was like, oh, I have to have a Snoopy. So Snoopy was probably my favorite, really, out of everything. I watched the cartoons more. My uncle liked Snoopy, and he would record all the specials whenever they would come on. My favorite one was Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, where Charlie Brown goes to Paris, and that one's pretty good. A lot of people don't remember that. I have some Holly Hobbie, not much. I didn't collect that. My sister liked Holly Hobbie. She's older than me, so she was more. I think the Holly Hobbie was more like in the 70s, and I was born in 79, so most of my stuff was like 80s and 90s. And I do like a lot of the dolls and things from the 70s. I used to have this doll I got at the toy show, and it was called Tiffany Taylor. And she had like her hair, you could change her hair around and stuff. Or I don't remember where the hell I got her, but they had one at the toy show, and I was going to buy one, the toy show near Chicago. And I don't remember why I didn't end up getting it. But yeah, I was more into, like I said, Care Bears, Pound Puppies, Gem. I still have some Gem dolls. I sold my Gem dolls. Like in 2007, I decided I want to go to Europe. And so I sold a whole bunch of my toys, and some of them I wish I had kept, but they weren't going for a whole lot at the time. The Gem dolls weren't, and now, my God, they're so freaking expensive. I got a few. I got a couple at GemCon, and they're naked, and then one's missing a hand because this girl I met there said she had a bunch of body parts of Gem dolls, and she'd send me a hand, and I never got the hand. So I might look into. When I went to GemCon, they show you how you could mold the shoes, and I've got the directions somewhere, and there's a video on YouTube as well. I think you can just go to Hobby Lobby and buy some stuff. And my friend, the guy that likes the horror movies and toys, he got me a gem doll for my birthday, still in the box, a video, the character video. And if I could open her without messing the box up and pull the shoes off, I could like make the shoes because I have Pizzazz and I have Stormer, and Stormer is my favorite. And I think I do have a gem doll, like, but then he got me a Stormer from, I don't remember, like 5 years ago. Integrity came out with a line of gem dolls. They look so much better than the ones that were out in the 80s. My friend Oscar always thought they were kind of ugly. He said they look mannish, but I don't know. I think they're cute. I had Dance and she had multicolored hair. She was cute. I have tons of Cabbage Patch Kid stuff. When I was a kid, you couldn't find Cabbage Patch Kids. Like they were kind of, it was when that craze happened and everybody was buying Cabbage Patch dolls. And my aunt had went to Atlantic City to visit family, and she took pictures. Sometime maybe I should do like a stream where I can show you guys some pictures from like when I was a kid, because they're really like 80s nostalgic toys. If you like the 80s and stuff, you'll go, oh, that's so cool. They had just walls of Cabbage Patch Kids. And I think I've told this story before. Me and my dad, I must have been like 4. I was really young. We went to flea market all the time, and there was a lady there. We called her the doll lady, and she always had dolls. I remember she had a Shirley Temple doll that I really liked, and we went there, and she had some Cabbage Patch dolls, and they were black. And I went and told my aunt. I was like, "Yeah, they have these dolls," and she thought she didn't believe me. She thought maybe they were knockoffs because there were some knockoff dolls back then. Excuse me, because I had some of those too, the knockoff dolls. But so she took me up there, and she was like, yeah, you're right, they did have Cabbage Patch dolls. And she said, well, they're black, you don't care, do you? Because I was this little blonde haired black kid. I didn't care, I just wanted a Cabbage Patch doll. So she got them for me. And so I had 2, and then later the lady had a preemie that was also black. I guess nobody bought the black ones, so this lady ended up with them. So I had 3 black ones, and then she went to Atlantic City and she got me a blonde haired, blue eyed Cabbage Patch, and we named it Becky. How original. And then later you could get them all over the place, and so my aunt bought like a lot of them. I guess she thought maybe they'd be worth money, and we had a playpen in our basement, and they were just full of them. She had great ones too. She had twins, and then later she gave them to me, and I sold some of them. And that was one thing I did regret. I sold the twins because they were so cute, and they had these like purple outfits and little gloves, because she took care of them. She wouldn't let me touch them, and I've still got some of them upstairs. And I got the hospital on eBay, and I've been to Babyland, and it's really cute. I mean, it's kind of silly. The Cabbage Patch Kids are born out of the Cabbage Patch, and it's cute though. But I think they're actually the original, the big ones. They're made in the USA still. They're made like in Georgia, like handmade. They're expensive though. They're like $300. I never got one of those. When we were there, I got it kind of looks like a fur skin. I don't know if you guys remember fur skins. They were made by the same guy, Xavier Hollander. Or not Xavier Hollander, that's never mind. What's the guy's name? Xavier Roberts, the guy that did Cabbage Patch Kids. He made fur skins, and they're big bears. And Mosca hates them. I'm like, I don't know why. Oscar likes them. I think they're cute. And excuse me, but they have stuff that you can only get at the hospital, and they had this big bear, and she's real cute, the one I have. And then I got a stork, because there's like this whole mythology about the Cabbage Patch Kids and the stork and everything. And I don't think the Cabbage Patch Kids ever had a cartoon except for the Christmas one. And then maybe in the 90s, they had some more like live action stop motion type cartoons. I don't know. Because by then I didn't really have TV. Like we had like one channel, and I have cable or anything. So until I was 16, 17, I didn't even get to watch MTV or anything. Except unless I would go visit my aunt in the summer, and then I would get to kind of catch up. But I was too old for that stuff at the time anyway. And there's another troll. Let's see what else is in here. I'm sorry, guys. It's mostly like trolls in here. I just grabbed like the boxes that were down here because there's a bunch upstairs. Oh, and here's another Snuggle Bear. These are so cute. Like I always thought he was cute. Yeah, we had a bunch of Garbage Pail Kids too. I still like Garbage Pail Kids. I just did a puzzle not long ago that my friend Oscar got me for Christmas of the Garbage Pail Kids. Some of them are gross though. The one when I was a kid that I always hated was the Medusa with the snakes coming out of the head. Yeah, the Olsen twins are gross, and I think that the Cabbage Patch Kids are way cuter than the Olsen twins. The fact that they became billionaires tells you something. I don't know if I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. Oh, and then this is a little troll. I don't know where the hell this came from. This is from that movie Trolls. I actually liked that movie. I didn't want to watch it at first because like this looks stupid, And then I don't remember why, but I did watch it, and I was like, this is actually pretty cute. And then I tried to watch the sequel, and the sequel was stupid. The toys were kind of cute. And then there's another dinosaur one. Like I said, I think these came from that bag I got. And there's another one that looks, is he supposed to be a dinosaur too? I don't know. Trolls were really popular in the early 90s, and then they kind of went out. I'm not even sure what kids like anymore. I know a few years ago I would collect, I had some Ever After High dolls, and those were nice. I don't know. I have a friend, and she has nieces, and this was like a while ago though. She told me that they're not even really that into toys anymore, that they like electronics, which is really sad. When I was a kid, I loved Nintendo and I played video games all the time, but I still like toys. Like, I don't know. Now kids, they just want iPhones, and I think kids grow up a lot faster than they did when we were little. This one's kind of funny. He looks like a farmer or something. I think he's an orphan troll too. Yeah, damn, 1986. I don't know if any of these would even be worth anything. Oh, this is cool. My uncle that I lived with growing up, my Uncle Willard, he made this in the shop. And I know it's kind of, I don't know, I loved it though. It's got my name on the bottom and everything. And he made it for me. He used to work at Quaker Oats. He was a maintenance man. I think they said he made it in the shop, but it's to hold pencils. And when I was a kid, I used to have crayons and stuff in it. So something from my childhood. And there's another little troll. I'm not sure where these came from. They almost look like they came from like vending machines, like where you put the quarter in. And then this I made when I worked at the university. They had this thing called Friday Night Live, and it was so kids wouldn't go get drunk. So they would have things up at the student union where I worked, and they'd have like stands set up where you could do arts and crafts and get pictures made. It was kind of fun in a way, but they'd have stuff like that. And since I would work those, I would usually make whatever they had. Oh, I love this one. The little Dutch girl. I have a Dutch Cabbage Patch upstairs too. And then here's just one with the stone in its stomach. There's some other stuff under the trolls. Maybe more Snuggle Bear stuff. I didn't know I had so much Snuggle Bear. Oh, this one's cute too, a little baby. Oh, the table's getting full. Oh, this is just a little snow globe. These were kind of cute. Target had these like 10 years ago. They're little monsters. They came out for Halloween. Halloween is like my favorite holiday besides Christmas. Let's see. And there's another troll. Oh, I get it. This is I think these go together. This is like the bride and the groom. Yeah, Paul doesn't like all my stuff. He thinks it's all junk. He said he would throw it all away when he first moved here. And it's like, you'd be a fool to do that because you could sell it and get a lot of money. I mean, it takes time to do it, but it's extra money. My dad was always big into junk. I think that's why I got into toys and stuff. And then I would try to sell stuff in yard sales when I was like a teenager. And he'd be like, no, you should hang on to that because you might want to keep it. And then it's kind of like, yeah, I probably should have kept some of that stuff. My aunt sold all my strawberry shortcake sheets and comforter, but I kind of wanted something new. But then later on, I found them at garage sales or wherever, and I have like a whole bin of old sheets, and I make purses and stuff out of them now, and aprons, and because I didn't really know how to sew. I took home ec in school, but we only learned how to make a pillow, and we learned how to make shorts, and the shorts were awful. And so we didn't really spend a lot of time actually learning to sew anything. And till YouTube, I didn't know how, but I kind of held on to that stuff for a long time. Like one day this stuff, here's Buddy. I said one day I want this stuff. I want to make stuff out of it. And then there was this girl on YouTube. Sure enough, she shows you how to make like tote bags and stuff out of old bed sheets. So I had held on to that stuff, and it gives them new life too. I have some American Tail sheets, and they came with pillowcases. And I was cutting the pillowcases up. He wants to come over here. And making aprons out of them because that's something else that you can do. But I'm glad I held on to all that stuff. I mean, it's probably a good idea to be a minimalist. It does get old having to like lug all this shit around. But when I was a kid, we had like a house and a nice basement, and my dad pretty much lived in the basement. And so a lot of my toys were in the basement too, and I had my own room, but we had a lot of room. And then I had a little shed in the back. And at my dad's house, there was a lot of room, but he's like filled his house up. He wouldn't let me take anything out of his house for years. I'd go in there and I'd maybe take something like one of these troll dolls. I'd be like, yeah, I'm taking my troll. And he'd be like, where are you going? Taking that? That's my stuff. And then he finally bought so much shit because they have an auction in the town that he lives in. And he was like, get your shit out of here. Hey, Buddy is here. So he let me take my stuff out. Yeah, Buddy likes. See, oh, another problem I have is Buddy likes to chew up toys. Not the trolls. I don't think he would mess with those, but stuffed animals he likes to chew up. It's really weird to get a cat that it acts like a dog and just tears through this stuff. This is one I've had since I was a kid. Somebody probably gave it to me. Sometimes you get trolls for Christmas. I think they're inexpensive, so. Oh, this is really cute. This is Bert and Ernie, and there's a picture of me at the Colosseum in Rome, and I don't know what I was going to put on the other side, but it's kind of nice. I got that at Tuesday morning. It's funny I can kind of remember where I got almost all my stuff. And this is just a bank. I got this on clearance somewhere. I might sell this. I have too much stuff. I kind of want to keep to the older stuff. I used to just have older toys, and I had sold almost all my new stuff off and just kind of stick with the vintage stuff. And I would kind of like to do that. Maybe keep some of my Funko Pops that are vintage related. Like the gummy bears look really good, and it's hard to find any gummy bear stuff. I have the stuffed animals, but the little figures and stuff are kind of expensive. Let's see, I'm almost done with this box. Let's see what's in this. Oh, these are just some ornaments that I got at Hobby Lobby. Like it was a Chinese New Year, and I got a bunch of stuff on clearance. I'll probably sell those too. I need to get a box of stuff like, here's the stuff that's gonna go. There's one thing left in this box. Oh, I love this. I think I get this at a yard sale or something. This is like from the 70s, but it's so cute. I forgot about this little guy. It almost looks homemade. It says Japan on the bottom. I love the colors. Everything was so bright and colorful. I noticed the toys now for kids, that everything's just so blah. I hate going anymore. Like, at least when we had Toys R Us, once in a while there would be something cute that would come out, like the Zelfs. I don't know if you guys ever saw those. They look like trolls, but they're more detailed, and they have like little animal themes, and they're really cute. But now it's like especially the toys for girls. Like me and Moscow will go through the toy aisle, and it's like, ugh, they're so ugly. And the Barbies are like all fat now, and I wouldn't even care if they made like one Barbie, because I had one that was kind of chunky and she was cute. She had blue hair, but she had a cute face. Now they're hideous. Like I've said before, they look like lunch ladies. Buddy, stop trying to pick fights. Buddy's over here trying to start a fight. He's good at that. And then here's another box. This has different stuff in it. This is like newer, Frankenweenie. I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie. I love that movie. It was sad. I wanted Paul to watch it, but I don't know if he'd like it. He doesn't like cartoons or anything childlike or fantasy, really. He did say he likes Secret of NIMH, but I don't know. But next month he'll be like, oh yeah, it was okay. Even though, I don't know, I think he can still like cartoons and stuff. Maybe I'm part of what's wrong. Oh, this guy's cute. I might keep him, Pinocchio. He looks a little cracked out though. But I got him on eBay, so I wanted a Pinocchio. I used to love Disney. I hate how they've ruined it. I've had this since I was a kid. This was on top of my aunt's birthday cake. She turned 50, and we went to this grocery store that doesn't exist anymore called Eagle, and my uncle let me pick her cake out, and of course I picked Little Mermaid so I could have the toys on it. I'm sure a 50-year-old woman would want a Little Mermaid cake. I say this as somebody that had a Little Mermaid cake like 2 years ago. And another Frankenweenie. I still have some of my Frankenweenie stuff, but it's hard to get that. And then these are, let's see. Oh, I used to have tons of Pez dispensers, and then I sold almost all of them. And then somebody gave me these. I don't know if I might keep them or sell them. I really don't have room for them. And then this was like part of a collection of these little animator dolls. I'll probably sell some of these. I'll sell her because I don't really like Rapunzel that much. And then, oh, Adam would like this. Sora. I don't know where I got him. He's cute though, from Kingdom Hearts. And let's see. Oh, I got this in Rome at the Disney store there, and it walks. She needs batteries though, I guess. But, and I got a little house. Oh, it's right here. takes up most of the box. I got this in Rome as well. And their Disney store is really good, but this was like in 2007. But it's like a little dollhouse with the Aristocats in it, and they're flocked. I always liked flocked toys when I was little, but they're real cute. I would like to have like a warehouse. There was these people on the show, and it was called My Crazy Obsession. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, about, I don't know, 10 years ago. And these people, they're like middle-aged, and they collected Cabbage Patch dolls, and they had a warehouse. They had so many, and they had this one named Kevin, and they took Kevin around with them to stores and stuff. It was kind of cringy. Like the guy came off as like, this is like, Kevin wants to buy this, and their daughter just looked horrified at all of it. But that's what I need, just a warehouse. They have a toy museum in Branson, and it's so awesome. It's like the world's largest toy museum, and it might actually be. It's huge, and I just love it. And I was like, I would just love to run the toy museum. They should let me run it. We went in there, and this guy was just like, "Is there a certain toy you're looking for?" This is like probably 10 years ago, and I said, "Do you have any Gem?" And I think they did have like one Gem doll, but this woman was like, "I know Gem." When I went to GemCon, though, it was kind of like a tease, though. These people brought their Gem collections up there, but nothing was for sale, but you could just look at them, and it's like, ugh, because they had like, I don't know how people can afford all that stuff. I shop on like a budget. Once in a blue moon, I will spend more for something. I will really want something, or if I think it's going to go up in value. Like my friend got me that Stormer doll, and he's like, hang on to that. And you go on eBay, and it's like $300 now, and it's still in the box and everything. One day, if I ever get everything cleaned up, I will put that, like, do a doll video or something, because I have so many dolls. I've sold a lot of my Barbies, but let's see, what else do I have in here? This is a lunchbox that's got stuff in it. Oh, Tsum Tsums. I'm going to sell all of these, I think. These came out a few years ago, and they're really cute, but they're taking up a lot of room. You can stack them. See, that's why it's good to go through this, and I know I can get rid of some stuff. See what's in this. Oh, she's cute. I like Jim Shore stuff, too. I used to find a lot of the stuff at Tuesday Morning on sale, because it's kind of expensive if you buy it new. I have the Evil Queen from Snow White, and I paid like $25 for her, and she's like $75. So I'm always looking for deals. Oh yeah, somebody's talking about Pound Puppies. I mentioned those earlier. I freaking love. That's one of my favorite toys, are the Pound Puppies. We can see I cross-stitched the Pound Puppies. I like the Pound furries, the kitties, purries, Pound purries. And I don't really remember the cartoon that well. I think Hanna-Barbera did it though, and I've got it downloaded, but I haven't watched it. Let's see. See, and after a while you get so much shit, you forget what you have. Oh, I got this at Disney World too. He was on clearance. Dumbo's one of my favorites too. I have so many Dumbo things. But I've got to weed stuff out. Oh, and this I've had. I don't remember where I got this at. Like the Taurus plate. I should get a plate hanger and hang it up, because I've got some plates upstairs. I have Babe and Benji and... Oh, let's see. Getting to the bottom of the barrel here. Yeah, most of my really old stuff is upstairs. Oh, here's a frame I had. I used to love cute picture frames. That's my cat Grover. You probably can't see him. He was so sweet. See, it's glary, but he was such a good kitty, and he had kidney failure. It was real sad. He was like normal, and he was almost, he would have had his 13th birthday. He was my cat Cher. I don't know if you guys remember Cher, the real old gray cat that would be in Paul's videos sometimes. That was her son. She ran away and got knocked up and had one kitten, and I was going to give him away. There's this gay guy named, well, I'm not friends with him anymore. I don't even know if he's still alive. His name was Chris, and he wanted him, and he got kind of addicted to drugs. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to give him. Yeah, Louise didn't know Grover, by the way. He died well before I got Louise. But yeah, I got Louise in 2015, and Grover died in 2012, because he was like 2 days from his birthday. And I ended up keeping him because that guy Chris wanted him, and then I had this neighbor across the street that was kind of a druggie too, and he had a big dog. And me and my friend Oscar took Grover over there to see how he interacted with the dog. And the dog was all growling, and we're like, yeah, it's probably not a good idea. And I just said, screw it, I'm going to keep him. He's a nice cat. And he was kind of like one of those cats that didn't really like many people but me. So it's kind of flattering, like, oh, he likes and trusts me, but he doesn't like anybody else. Because the manager came over here one time to fix something. And he was on the arm of the couch, and Grover was hissing and growling at him. And he was really kind of like a little watch cat, but to me, he'd be real sweet and lovable. But yeah, he died. It was real sad. I took him in, and they were like, yeah, he's real sick, and I had to have him put to sleep. I was going to try to hold out for a couple days, and I took him home, and it was sad. That was the first pet I lost as an adult. And then of course when you get older you start losing all your pets. But he's not mean, but he's real sweet. He's just real nervous. I think that's about all the. Oh, I had this on a birthday cake, the Giselle from Enchanted. I forgot all about this. That was a really good movie. Like they wouldn't even make a movie like that now, I don't think. And oh yeah, and Aslan. I forgot I've got him too from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That was a good movie also. I wonder if that wouldn't probably get made now either. And that was what, like 2005? So how far we've gone. And then these are those animator collector's doll. I bought like a big pack that came with a whole bunch of those. Oh. Yeah, I got my work cut out for me. Like I probably could quit my job and just do this for a while, but then like you never know. Some days I sell a lot, and then other days I sell nothing. And then I got a bonus, which was cool. I got paid this morning, and I looked, I'm like, whoa, my paycheck is a lot more than it normally is. What's up with that? And it said bonus, and I was like, $500 bonus, and I'm like, I hope that this is not a mistake. So I bought a food processor and a few kitchen things. So I need to stop buying so many toys. Actually, I've been pretty good lately. I haven't really bought much stuff. I always kind of feel guilty. Paul won't say anything to me, but he has this look like, you don't need that. And we're supposed to go to the toy show in Illinois because I haven't been in like 3 or 4 years. I remember the last time I went, and I guess it was 2018. So it's been 3 years. And then we have friends that live up near there too that we've met through the show. And then I don't know if I'll see any of my old friends up there. I don't usually see them anymore. I didn't fall out with them really, but I don't know. They're all leftists, and it's like hard to anymore. It's hard for me to like listen to people in their bullshit without wanting to chime in. I'm almost at the point where I feel like you should chime in. It's kind of like our friend. We have a friend, and we've talked about him before, and he's a sweet guy, but he's got lefty friends too. And he's like, don't say anything about this or don't talk about COVID. And it's kind of like, I mean, I can understand not talking politics. That's fine. I prefer if you don't agree with people not to, because then it just ends up getting in a fight usually, or somebody's feelings get hurt. But when it comes to COVID, I think you should be honest about it. I've told people how I feel about it that are on the other side, and they kind of look at you funny, like they've never heard your point of view on like all this stuff. But when it comes to stuff like that, I think you should, because how the hell are you ever going to reach these people? You know. So I remember one time me and my ex-boyfriend were in a car with the people in Illinois, my old best friend and her ex-boyfriend, and I still saw him once in a while. He's really a sweet guy. He actually made me this, like, he's a very talented artist. She's a good artist too, but they started talking about gun control and the Second Amendment, and we didn't say anything. We're in their car, and we don't want to get in a fight, but at the same time it gets harder and harder to just like shut up about that. Like there comes a point where it's kind of like we need to say something. So I don't know how I feel about wanting to see them, and they don't, and he doesn't keep in touch anyway. And her, I mean, it's sad her mother just passed away, but at the same time she still has all the same crazy beliefs. She's got her I got vaccinated sticker on her Facebook and everything, and it's just like, yeah, like this is why we don't really get along. We've always had issues with different things, and when it comes to politics, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like my lefty cousin. I saw her like, I hate Facebook, is so toxic. If I didn't have so many pictures on there, and then some of my pen pals, that's the only way I can get in touch with them is through Facebook or talk to them. So I keep it up for that. And my other like horror movie friend is on there, and we keep in touch kind of on there too. but I would just delete the thing because it's just so obnoxious. She had a picture of those stupid TikTok nurses. Remember that picture of the superheroes and the nurses were up there, all the superheroes were bowing. Somebody painted that crap, and she's going on about that. And it's like, oh, just shut the hell up. Like, you're the people that uninvited us to Christmas and are causing all kinds of drama. So I'm just like, I don't even really want to talk to these people anymore. So yeah, no, it's funny. I said I wasn't going to talk about politics. Well, sorry guys, I'm about to the end of the box here. I'll probably close up shop here pretty soon. I don't know how much longer I can go. And there's going to be a debate at 2 o'clock at Central Standard Time on the Kill stream with Mark Collette and that Destiny guy. And I don't know what the hell they're going to debate, but it should be interesting. I love the Kill stream debates. Most of the time anyway. Paul was on there last night and it was pretty good. But yeah, and I think social media has been really toxic toward friendships too, because a lot of the stuff you might not even know. Like my lefty friend, and then my cousin too. She's the one that was spouting white privilege, and it's like at the time, I'm working at the university as a janitor, living in this shitty apartment. I mean, you can tell how old this apartment is. Look at the freaking wall, and you're going to talk to me about privilege. So yeah, it comes to a point where I don't want to talk to these fucking people. But we're lucky that we have friends that live up there now, though, that we can kind of meet up with or live close. Like Adam's not, I don't think he's too far from up there. He did a good video today. I'm worried he's going to get his channel in trouble, though. Like, because he says the F word for gay people in the title. So I don't know. Hopefully nobody will flag him or anything. I don't know. Oh, is Biden giving a press conference today? Yeah. So they're just going to tell him to read off of paper. But yeah, so this is some of my toys. I might do this more regularly. I've got a lot of toys looking over there. It's like, holy shit. Like, I don't know how I got so much stuff. I think you just, before you know it, you accumulate so much stuff and you can't get rid of it all. I did go through in 2007 and I got rid of so much stuff. So I guess I will call it good. Let me see if there's anything else in here noteworthy. It's mostly just these little figures. And then this was another Pez dispenser that my friend gave me from Bob the Builder. I actually thought that was kind of a cute little cartoon, but didn't they kind of go SJW on that too? I think almost anything on Nickelodeon has. This is something old you guys might remember. These came in McDonald's, and you can like look in the back and there's a picture of Disneyland. It's really kind of depressing because I love Disney World and everything, and it's like kind of like I'll probably never get to go back. I don't know, and I think you have to wear a mask. Like, who the hell wants to wear a mask on a ride? So they've ruined Disney World and their woke politics and everything. So I guess it's been 40 minutes. That's a good little stream to do. So I will end this, and you guys should go over the Kill stream and watch that debate. That's what I'm going to do later, and probably make some lunch. So thanks, guys, for watching, and maybe I'll do this next week. Bye.